Okay guys, now we have section 2. अब आप थोड़े से बड़े हो गए हैं, senior class में आ गए हैं, okay? So we have section 2 now. Questions 11 to 15 complete the sentences below. It's basically sentence completion, and they say complete the sentences below, write no more than 2 words and or a number. So number is 1 and words are 2, and they are maximum words. Right? No more than 2 means maximum 2, minimum 1, or it can be only number. Answer can be only 10, like that. Okay, Dinosaur Museum. Now I want you all to think about dinosaurs and to feel like a dinosaur. Oh, I am a dinosaur. Feel like a dinosaur, think like a dinosaur. Have you seen the pictures, images of dinosaur? Jurassic Park, has anybody seen? Agar dekhi hui hai, that will help you. In listening, your visualization or your imagination is literally going to help you a lot. I mean, you will never get distracted. If you visualize, if you imagine, you will never get distracted here and there, right? Okay, let's take a start. The Dinosaur Museum. Now just imagine this hall is more like a dinosaur museum. There is a dinosaur, there is a dinosaur, not there. There is a dinosaur, not there. There is a dinosaur there, right? Just imagine, as you know, in the museums they are. So, the museum closes at dash PM on Mondays. Now, she might tell you on Fridays we close at 5 PM. That is not your answer. Your answer is Mondays. Now, listen carefully, listen particularly, that on Mondays, when do they close? Now, she might say, on Mondays, we open at 9 o'clock, but as it's a special day, so we close at 6 p.m. Answer will be 6 p.m. So, you can write time in any format. 6 p.m., you can write number 6 and p.m. Or you can write 6 colon 00 and p.m. Even that is right. Okay? And I advise you all to try to write the number as a number. ठीक है? 10 को TEN 10 की बजाय just write 10. Number should be written as a number, right? All clear? Yes, sir. Okay, let's go on. Question 11.
You will hear the education officer of a dinosaur museum giving information to some teachers who are planning a school visit.
Hello, and thank you for asking me to your teachers' meeting to talk about the Dinosaur Museum and to tell you a bit about what you can do with your students there. Well, let me give you some of the basic information first. In regard to opening hours, we're open every day of the week from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. except on Mondays when we close at 1:30 p.m.
Except for Mondays when we close at? Excellent. Now 1:30 must be written 1 के बाद या तो comma भी लिख दें, dot लिख दें, colon, whatever. 1:30. So 1, जैसे टाइम होता है डिजिटल वॉच पे, 2 dots and 30, and PM is already written. Yes. So you will never write PM. What is already written, you will never write that. Your answer will be wrong. Okay? So the answer is 1:30. Very good. सबको समझ आ रही है ना? पता चल रहा है कि हो क्या रहा है, कार्रवाई क्या हो रही है भाई? समझ आ रही है ना? गुड, वेरी गुड. आप मुझे बाद में मिल लें ज़रा. ओके, मजाक कर रहा हूँ, बिल्कुल आएगी इंशाल्लाह. लिसन, आई मीन इट्स नॉट दैट कि पेपर में सिलेबस से हटके कुछ आएगा. आई मीन पैटर्न इज सेम. Right? Now you need to understand this, practice like this, and then you will understand. It's not like that कि आप English में तैयारी करके गए, पेपर आपका पंजाबी में आ गया, पश्तो में आ गया, हिंदी में आ गया. Not like that, okay? So just practice like this, okay? And again, the way I'm reading, the way I'm focusing, आप लोगों ने जब खुद से पढ़ना है, you need to focus the points, right? Okay, let's go on. The museum is not open on... Yeah, it can be Sunday. The museum is not open on Sunday, लेकिन museum Sunday को खुला होता है. I mean, people usually go there on Sundays, right? Yeah, it's not like Lahore Museum, okay? So, museum is not open. Now, when it is open, that is not your answer. Your answer is when museum is not open. Let's see, what do they say about that?
And in fact, the only day in the year when we're closed is on the 25th of December.
Yes, 25th of December. Now, look here. How to write the date? Some students ask me how to write the date. If you write 26th of December, you can write it like that, or otherwise you can write 25th with TH and December, or ignore TH also, write 25 and December. And instead of writing full December, even you can write DEC. Jan, Jan, Feb, March, and all that, right? So you can write date in any order, in any format, it's perfectly fine. 25 December. Or even you can write 25 by 12. 25 by 12. But you should avoid that. Instead of that, you should write the word December, or 25 ke saath TH aata hai, nahi aata. It doesn't make any difference. Even you can write December 25. First December and then 25, because these formats are all acceptable, not only in IELTS, but actual in English as well. Okay, let's go on. Question number 13. School groups are met by tour guides in the dash. Now imagine there is the Dinosaur Museum and school groups are met. School group means, you know, पूरी बस बच्चों की भरी होती है. Have you ever seen study tour, मुतालियाती दौरा? Yeah, exactly. ये बंदे बच्चों को दौरा पड़ा होता है. Yeah, we're going on picnic and all that. So, school groups are met by tour guides in the dash. And they might talk about the name of the place, for example, library, where the tour guides will welcome the school children. Something like that, okay? So, the answer is going to be location. Let's see.
You can book a guided tour for your school group any time that we're open. If you bring a school group to the museum, when you arrive, we ask you to remain with your group in the car park. One or more of the tour guides will welcome you there and brief you about what the tour will be about.
Car park. Welcome you there. There means car park, right? So the answer is car park. And these are two separate words, car park. Okay, let's go on. Question number 14. Whole visits takes 90 minutes. Now, encircle 90 minutes. That's the total duration. Sometimes, you know, what do the students do out of frustration? 90 minutes koi dobara likh lenge. Now, 90 cannot be the answer, for God's sake, right? The whole visit takes 90 minutes, including dash minutes for the guided tour. Now, the question is duration of guided tour. Right? Whatever they say, for refreshment, you have 20 minutes. To watch a video, you have 15 minutes. That is not your answer. Your answer is duration of guided tour. Guided tour means a guide will take you. Once I went to Kartarpur Sahib, and there we had the guided tour. There was a guide. He took us to all the places and showed us around and all that. So let's see. Question number 14.
We do this there because our entrance is quite small and we really haven't got much room for briefing groups in the exhibition area. As far as the amount of time you'll need goes, if you bring a school group, you should plan on allowing a minimum of 90 minutes for the visit. This allows 15 minutes to get on and off the coach, 45 minutes for the guided tour, and 30 minutes for after-tour activities.
See that? 15 minutes getting on and off the bus, and 45 is the answer, and 30 minutes for after tour activities. So see that they gave you 3 timings, 3 different durations, and you had to see which is the right answer. Excellent. 45 is the right answer. Question number 15. There are dash behind the museum. Now just focus behind the museum. And by the way, R means answer will be plural. There are dash behind the museum where students can have lunch. Okay, there are dash. Cafeteria is singular word. Huh? It can be canteens, cafes, chairs, benches, or anything like that, okay? Remember, you should see what category can be the answer, but actual answer you must pick from the audio. Yeah, audio chali nahi to 5 answer pehle hi likh liye. Khud hi sahi. Okay? Now let's see, there is something that is behind the museum and the answer is plural. Let's start.
If you're going to have lunch at the museum, you will of course have to allow more time. There are 2 cafes in the museum with seating for 80 people. If you want to eat there, you'll need to reserve some seating, as they can get quite crowded at lunchtime. Then, outside the museum at the back, there are tables, and students can bring their own lunch and eat it there in the open air.
Tables, yeah, all right. At the back, for behind, they use the word back. Underline behind and write there back. Is this clear? All right. Now, let's go on. Questions 16 to 18. Choose 3 letters A to G. Now you will have to choose 3 letters A to G. Question is important. Now this is what we call multiple choice, but actually it's not multiple choice, it's multiple options, and you have to choose 2 letters out of that. I call it double multiple choice. Like out of 5 options, you have to choose 2 options. But how many options are there? Oh gosh. All right, there are 3 questions. Good. Okay, now I'll explain. Listen carefully. Which 3 things can students have with them in the museum? Right? 3 चीजें म्यूजियम के अंदर लेके जा सकते हैं. Right? बाकी की चीजें नहीं. Yeah. Once I went to Jinnah Garden and there it was written park में जानवर लाना मना है. So my colleague Yasin was there. उसने जानवर का R जो है वो मिटा दिया. तो क्या बन गया? पार्क में जानू लाना मना है. Okay? So you have to see what is allowed and what is not allowed. Yeah, बहुत शरारती बच्चा है. अच्छा जी. Which 3 things can students have with them in the museum? Now listen. The things which they cannot have, the things which are not allowed inside the museum, उसको काटा लगाना है. ठीक है? और जो चीजें हैं बचाए A पे ABC, don't go to ABC. Just see at the end. पेन रखें अपना words के end पे. Right? Which you can take, उसको टिक कर दें. जो नहीं लेके जा सकते उसको क्रॉस कर दें. Another thing, they will not speak about all these options in order. Don't expect, first they will say food, allowed, not allowed. Good. Water. Yeah, that's how we say water or water. Water. So what is allowed and what is not allowed? Yeah. Cameras, books, bags, pens. And by the way, you cannot guess. For example, food, museum, food. Should be allowed or not? Not? Water? Yeah, your guesses are wrong. Anyways, let's just see. So, food, water, cameras. Now, what you do, you're going to take a look at all these words and then see what is allowed and what is not allowed. Okay? And your eyes should work very fast. For example, they start the audio and say, well, as far as your bags are concerned, I request you all to leave your bags here at the cloakroom. Cloakroom is a room where you leave your coats and bags and all that. And I see some of you are holding your water bottles. Let me tell you, inside the museum, water as well as food, both are not allowed. दोनों को काटा मार दें. समझ रहे हैं ना बात को? Yeah. So your eyes should work very quickly. If they are talking about bags, your pen is on bags. And by the end, they move to other option. You need to tick or cross. Yeah. Let's take a start, please. So it's question number 16 to 18. I'll play all the audio together.
When the students come into the museum foyer, we ask them to check in their backpacks with their books, lunchboxes, etc. at the cloakroom before they enter the museum proper. I'm afraid in the past we have had a few things gone missing after school visits, so this is a strict rule. Also, some of the exhibits are fragile and we don't want them to be accidentally knocked. But we do provide school students with handouts with questions and quizzes on them. There's so much that students can learn in the museum, and it's fun for them to have something to do. Of course, they'll need to bring something to write with for these. We do allow students to take photographs. For students who are doing projects, it's useful to make some kind of visual record of what they see that they can add to their reports. And finally, they should not bring anything to eat into the museum or drinks of any kind.
So, C, F and G. By the way, food and water at the end, they said they're not. So A, B is crossed. Okay? And then as far as these bags are concerned, she said, leave your bags and books in the clock room, right? I'm playing it again. By the way, the right answer is option C, cameras. For cameras, they use the word photographs and you are allowed for that. And then for pens, they use the word something to write with. ऐसी की तैसी. Yeah, check them. I mean, सीधा pen use करते हुए मौत पड़ती है इनको. Something to write with. And for worksheets, they used another word. Handouts, exactly. Handouts and all that. Yeah. So let's do it again.
When the students come into the museum foyer, we ask them to check in their backpacks with their books, lunchboxes, etc. at the...
Okay, with their books, backpacks, books, just leave them there. So books and bags are not allowed. Here we crossed books and bags. D and E, they are crossed here.
cloakroom before they enter the museum proper. I'm afraid in the past we have had a few things gone missing after school visits, so this is a strict rule. Also, some of the exhibits are fragile and we don't want them to be accidentally knocked. But we do provide school students with handouts with questions and quizzes on them.
Okay, we provide handouts with questions and quizzes on them. So worksheet is handouts, right? So first option G.
There's so much that students can learn in the museum, and it's fun for them to have something to do. Of course, they'll need to bring something to write with for the...
Of course, they'll need to bring something to write with. They will need to bring means that is allowed. So that is pens. Of course, they will need something to write with, so pen is also allowed.
We do allow students to take photographs.
Yeah.
For students who are doing projects,
we do allow students to take photographs. Now, photographs और किससे लेनी है? Obviously, mobile, yeah. So, it's going, mobile or camera, whatever. So, that is option C. Now, look at AB.
It's useful to make some kind of visual record of what they see that they can add to their reports. And finally, they should not bring anything to eat into the museum or drinks of any kind.
Okay, they should not bring anything to eat or drink. So eat is food and drink is water. Very simple. Okay, let's go on. See, ये जो मैं चीजें बता रहा हूँ ना, जो आंसर नहीं है, जो आंसर है, that is important. But जो आंसर नहीं है, that is more important. Because over there you will be trapped. अब आप में से कुछ लोग फूड ड्रिंक का सुना, ये नहीं सुना कि अलाउड नहीं है, टिक कर दियो. उन्हें फूड क्या सी? Yeah, so you should be sensible enough to listen and then to see, are they saying that is allowed or that is not allowed? Okay, let's go on. Same type of question, questions 19 and 20. Choose two letters A to E. Which two activities can students do after the tour at present? Now please, two activities, underline. Students do after the tour. Okay, now there are total 5 activities. Out of 5 activities, you have to select 2 activities which students can do after the tour. Now, what they can do before the tour, what they can do during the tour, that will be the trap. Okay, yeah. Or what they can do later on when they go back home, even that will be the trap. Now, what are the activities? Build, model dinosaurs. Model dinosaur with clay or any other material. Option B, watch films. Option C, draw dinosaurs. They might say there's a painting competition and children will have to draw or sketch. They use the word sketch for draw. Option D, find dinosaur eggs. Okay, they have some dinosaur, maybe the plastic eggs or anything they have hidden somewhere. So they'll have to find dinosaur eggs. Iska omelette bada acha banta hai. Option E, play computer games. Right, now what they can do and when after the tour. Yeah, now let's see.
There are also a few things that students can do after the tour. In the theaterette on the ground floor, there are continuous screenings of short documentaries about dinosaurs which they can see at any time. We used to have an activity room with more interactive things like making models of dinosaurs and drawing and painting pictures, even hunting for dinosaur eggs. But unfortunately, the room was damaged in a bad storm recently when water came in the roof, so that's closed at the moment. But we do have an IT centre where students have access to CD-ROMs with a range of dinosaur games. These games are a lot of fun, but they also teach the students about the lives of dinosaurs, how they found food, protected their habitat, survived threats, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. Now, build model dinosaur. Now, actually, these three options, they came together. Build model dinosaur, draw dinosaur, find dinosaur egg. She said all these activities are closed because of the rain and all that, right? So the right answer is option B, watch films, and option E, play computer games. Okay, the order in which they spoke, please write it down. That is B, A, C, D, E. B, A, C, D, E. Now I play it again. Listen to it. Pehle B ko sune, then go to A, then come to C, and all that.
There are also a few things that students can do after the tour. In the theaterette on the ground floor, there are continuous screenings of short documentaries about dinosaurs which they can see at any time. We used to have an activity room with more interactive things like making models of dinosaurs and drawing and painting pictures, even hunting for dinosaur eggs. But unfortunately, the room was damaged in a bad storm recently when water came in the roof, so that's closed at the moment. But we do have an IT centre where students have access to CD-ROMs with a range of dinosaur games. These games are a lot of fun, but they also teach the students about the lives of dinosaurs, how they found food, protected their habitat, survived threats, that kind of thing.
Is that clear? Right? So whenever with an option they use the word students could do, we thought, we considered, we had expected, most of the time after that, whatever the option they speak, that is wrong. We considered, we thought, we wanted to, we had expected, right? Or when they use the past tense, students could do this, they could go there, but now it's not available, so options are usually wrong. Okay.